Got a mouse pad with no mouse. Shit's in the way. Yep. And we are live. Let's go.
Come on, man. Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
Alright, dog, fuck it, man. Come on.
Hey, man, they be spitting shit, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Side down there, bro.
MoneyPot, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money podcast time. S.co headlines. MoneyPot.
Money. Shout out to the homie Tay Tony, man. Love that intro, always. And of course, it's your homie Moss Money. Of course, I got my right hand man with me, the homie. That's Doc.
You? What's up, boss?
Devo. I can't call it, bro. How you, man?
No under the weather, what?
Yeah, I heard you sniffling and coughing over there. Me too, man. This is weather, bro.
Man. Yeah, it was just, 60-something, then it was 84, then
Killing us.
Yeah.
Killing us. I don't know what to do with this weather, man. So we back for another one, y'all. MoneyPot podcast. Thank y'all for joining. Time to get this one going, man. It was tough to do this one tonight, man. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of things going on. Obviously, family stuff, work stuff, just everyday grind, everyday work. It's definitely not easy trying to run this thing and, have, your regular life and then trying to do this and grind for this. But hey, mama said it's going to be days like this, Steve-O.
It's life, man.
Yes, sir.
Gotta roll with the punches.
So we always start off with a little bit of news of the day, anything and everything going on in sports or in the world that we want to bring to y'all attention. I guess the biggest thing going on is Cam. Everybody's talking about Cam and his comments that he said to a woman reporter about running routes. I just think about the situation, bro, is that the man made a mistake, right? He made a mistake. He said some, obviously, sexist remarks.
Right.
And he came out and apologized for it. Obviously, he took the loss. He took the one on the chin. He lost fans. He lost endorsements. He lost some of his supporters. Just let him live, though, right? Like, no? You don't think so?
He made a mistake. He gotta bite it.
Right. But are we're criticizing his apology now, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, he made the mistake.
Right.
He shouldn't have said it. He laughed at it. And at the end of the day, I don't think he meant anything malicious by it.
No, not at all.
It was just like, damn, like this is at this day and age, it's kind of weird. A woman asking me about routes, which is cool.
Right.
You can't say that. You just can't say it.
I agree.
It's a sensitive situation, and it's almost like it's not the same, but it could be taken the same if you say, oh well. Wow, it's funny. A black man asked me about billions of dollars or whatever.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro.
So he shouldn't have said it.
No, of course not. And not even that, with the, popularity of women coming up, having their own, fantasy leagues, coming up in the ranks in ESPN. You know, you're starting to see a lot of these sports shows that have women as monitors, and they're not just a monitor; they're also adding content to the show.
Right.
You know, if we ever found, you know, a woman out there who was, you know, knowledgeable to sit down with us, it would be love. We would love that, obviously. And you know, there's an all-woman crew on some of those ESPN shows that do the production, that do the stats, that do the writing, and so forth. So, you know, shout out to all the women out there in sports, man, doing their thing. I ain't mad at you.
Right.
So, I mean, I just think that he made his apology. You know, social media wasn't the greatest thing, but I guess it's the best thing because you can touch everybody at once.
No, I mean, that's what people do nowadays.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
So at the end of the day, it's like...
But it's open season once you do that, though.
Yeah, he has no choice. He deserves all the criticism that he gets
because, you're absolutely
because of the statement he made. So
you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think that's the most. I mean, you got anything for me, Steve-O? News or anything out there?
News? No, it's just the same old, man. Nothing big.
I can dig it. All right, so let's go on to the basketball preseason that started. I think today was game 2 or game 3 hitting off the night.
Yeah, game 2 for most teams.
So what's your kind of thoughts about NBA so far? I mean, it's been a crazy offseason, a lot of moves, so forth. I mean, the biggest takeaway to me is that the West is just going to be dominant. Like I don't like outside of the Cavs in the East, there's nobody who's going to rival any team in the West. Like the top three.
No, it's not.
You know, the Warriors, Houston, OKC should be up there.
I kind of want to say the Celtics, but I don't think they're gonna be as good as people think.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I just don't see. I was watching them tonight as they was playing the
Right.
Sixers. I mean, they play good ball, but it's just times I saw the Kyrie before LeBron, the Kyrie in his earlier years in Cleveland. So we'll see, man. A lot of them were standing around watching him, go to work.
Yeah, just ISO work, right?
Almost, like how they did with Harrison. So,
talk about that comparison right there. Is Kyrie similar to AI? I mean, I think this question has kind of flirted around a little bit.
I'll say Isaiah Thomas is similar to AI more than Kyrie.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Isaiah Thomas is more comparable to AI than Kyrie.
So who would you say is similar, from the older, especially our generation, that's
Kyrie?
That's similar like Kyrie?
I'll say like a Marbury.
Okay, yeah.
I'll go like a Marbury. Marbury was able to handle the rock, get to the rack, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't as good as a shooter as Kyrie, but
right.
I feel as though.
You think he's a better driver? He got to the rack with ease.
Who?
Starbury.
I don't know. Kyrie gets to the basket
really
good.
It's all off the dribble, though.
And then finishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Marbury's the same. Marbury finishes.
Yeah. So, I think Kyrie, I like his finishes compared to AI because they both, give up their body.
Right.
They take a beating at times, too. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But the West is definitely going to be a show. They're going to have a lot of good games. It's going to be a lot of games with the West.
Yeah, man, I was watching some highlights from the Melo OKC, man.
Right.
They're going to be a problem.
Yeah.
They are going to be a problem. I don't know how deep they are as a team. Outside of obviously the big three and their 5, but they are going to be a problem. But they all clock 35 to 40 minutes, and West can go all night. I mean, not West. Russ.
Yeah,
Westbrook. Yeah, Westbrook. Yeah, he can go all night.
Yeah, he definitely can. He's like, I don't know. It looks like he's never tired.
Never tired, bro.
Plays with the same energy throughout the game.
Yeah, and now he's gonna have even more energy because he don't have to do as much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's still the number one. He's
Oh yeah.
guy, so.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
I think that it's just going to allow Carmelo to play his game. Paul George to just be the good defender and he can score.
Word.
At ease. So.
Word. So, real quick, too early, MVP. LeBron. I think.
I want to say that too. I want to say LeBron. I don't know, man.
Because I think talent-wise, I mean, obviously we know he's still the best basketball player in the world, but just on his own team, talent-wise, there's nobody like close to him like the other teams.
Right. And at the same time, I think that I was watching ESPN and Jalen Rose pretty much said it best. He's just like, he think that Kyrie leaving him is going to fuel him.
Yeah.
To go out and just be like,
yeah, okay,
right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So it might happen. I mean, I seen. Did you see that they moved Kevin Love to
the center?
Yeah. I think that's a good move for him.
No, it is. It's kind of what I think the matchup will change though. Like, you know, if they go against Atlanta, I don't think they're gonna let him stick Howard.
Howard's in Charlotte now.
I'm sorry, Charlotte. Yeah. Right.
Why not? Howard's not good.
Yeah, but he's still it's still a physical presence down there.
But Kev is a great rebounder.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying just body imposing. Just the
what is
battling
going to do is they're going to keep that lineup because it creates more problems on the offensive end.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because now with Derrick Rose starting instead of Isaiah Thomas, that's one less person that you can use to space the floor.
Right.
So now you got Kevin Love. That's one that you use to space the floor now.
Right.
He's going to pull that center out of the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Rose is great at attacking the basket.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll start with Kevin Love, Crowder. He can space the floor.
Yeah.
Now you got J.R. Smith can space the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And you got two people that can attack. Instead of having Tristan Thompson, who the defense is going to stay there because they know he's not going to shoot.
Right.
So on the offense, it's gonna get them headaches. Hopefully the defense, they'll just do a lot of help and if necessary. But I don't. It's not too many great big men. I mean, you got to worry about what Gasol. Porzingis is a forward. He plays a forward.
Yeah, but is he? Yeah, but I guess we got to see what that offense is. I mean, I saw him cross somebody over and dunk it.
Yeah.
So what I mean, I don't know what they're gonna how they're gonna build around him. Is he gonna be a space, forward, or they're gonna let him bang in the middle? Like where is he?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be interesting how they kind of formulate that team around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll put Brian real quick. Finals. 2 early finals. Who you got? I got Cavs and OKC.
I just think it's gonna be a repeat.
Repeat Warriors.
Yeah. Warriors.
Cavs. Yeah. All right. We won't even say who's gonna win yet.
Nah.
I won't do that.
But damn, you got OKC beating Golden State.
I do.
I just don't think they're deep enough. They're not deep enough.
It was between them and Houston, and I just think that.
Yeah, I don't think Houston has it.
I just don't think that the Warriors. They just have too much to go through. Like they have too many roadblocks to go through. Too many good teams.
They got the Spurs still.
Yeah, and it's just going to be onside. I think the Cavs got the easier path. Obviously, they only have to worry about 1 or 2 teams. Yeah. But eventually it's going to catch up to you. Eventually,
it will.
Yeah.
And I actually think the Spurs could have had them last year had Kawhi Leonard not tried.
Yeah. Right. So, we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah.
So keeping with basketball, man, I know we were talking a little bit earlier about the Sixers. Obviously, Ben Simmons being back is great. Getting the team out there. He looks like a monster, bro. He's gonna be a triple.
No, I want to second that. I don't think so.
No, what?
I seen.
I keep forgetting he's 6'10".
Yeah, but then I seen him play today. He's not that great of a ball handler. He handles the ball okay. Like tonight, he should have beasted against them. They didn't have nobody. It was either Smart, Kyrie on him at times.
Right.
He had what? When I left and watched it, he had 8 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds.
But we know he's not a scorer.
Yeah, but you still. We'll see when Ben get out there. Embiid gets out there with him, just to see. But I like him. I liked him from the jump.
Right.
I always said that I think
you sound like a hater.
No, I don't. I'm just a realist.
Yo, man, shout out to my man Nick. He like that one.
Yeah, but I told Nick from the jump I think he should.
Right.
But I don't see him being. I think it's going to take him some time.
No, I agree with you, bro. Because I wrote some stuff down And when I was watching him play, I saw the first game, and he looks fluid when he pushes the ball, but when he's driving to the basket and he kind of has to score, he just doesn't look like a natural scorer. You know, it's some of his, you know, kind of layups and some spots where he did like a little couple floaters. It just didn't look. It looked awkward a little bit. It didn't.
No, I agree. I just think that he needs time. He's going to be a work in progress.
Right.
And I think
Fultz
at
is
the
too.
end of the day, he's going to pan out to be really good.
Right.
It's just, like, as of right now, you know, just the little deficiencies in his game. But like I said, it comes with playing. He didn't play last year.
Right.
You know, from college, in college he was just the man on the team.
Word.
And he still wasn't a great scorer because he didn't want to score. So, I mean, I just want to see when him and Embiid is on the court at the same time.
Right, to see the everybody running.
And then you'll get a full assessment of how, you know, he's going to play his game. But, like, right now, I don't consider him, like, rookie of the year or nothing like that. Nah.
I put it out there. I think he might. I think he can win it.
Nah, I think I'm
Ball.
No, not even Ball. Smith and Dennis Smith.
Dennis Smith in Dallas.
Yeah, I think.
Or you know who else? Tatum. His offensively, he's so smooth, bro.
You know why I don't think he'll get it because of the players he's playing with. He's not even the number 3 option over there.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got Kyrie, Hayward, Al Horford.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Right. BDiddy trying to get on the line quick, man. Hold up, bro. Hold up. We coming to the college ball, man. Relax, buddy. Yeah, and you know what? Another thing too about the Sixers, bro, man. I mean, JJ Redick and Bayless were just great signings, man. They're going to be vets. They're going to help him grow. They're gonna help them all grow, yeah. And I hope JJ stick around. I know he was only here for a year, but I hope he sticks around. I think he fits, especially in the later in his career. He fits what they want to do. He obviously is a great shooter, but he can teach them guys how to be a pro.
Yeah, I mean, and just a couple of the signings that they had as well. With Amir Johnson.
He's getting ticked early too. That's the crazy.
I mean, that's what I said before. I think he'll get some because he's like a dog.
Right.
He knows his role. He's in there to bang.
Right.
But you got they signed a Mecca Okafor.
Word?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Chris Humphries. It's.
I know they signed Humphries. I didn't see this.
I don't know what they did. They like a big man clinic. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't even know. Was he in the league last year?
No. He hasn't been in the league.
I'm about to say a couple years, right?
Yeah, he had like a major knee injury.
He gonna be what's the old head name from the Clippers who was with us? Brand.
Okay.
You think he'd be like a Brand just a?
I don't know what he's gonna be.
Wow.
He was getting some tick tonight.
Was he?
Yeah.
Getting buckets?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So you got that's what I honestly don't understand it. You got a whole slew of big men. You got Okafor, Chris Humphries. Holmes, the other Okafor, Embiid, Sarge. That's 6 big men.
And Sarge is out though, right?
Amir Johnson. That's 7 big men. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing now.
Yeah, God bless them.
They lost me. But I love the Sixers, man. I hope they keep the core together. I can see them actually being real deal contenders in probably like another 3 years. I think they're about 2 to 3 years out. What do you think?
2 to 3 years out, nah. Okay, I can see that.
If they can keep them all together.
Yeah, I give them about 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, time for the next segment. You already know what it is. Actually, I think I saw somewhere that the word "John" actually got put in the English dictionary officially, not the Urban Dictionary, the English dictionary. So Philly, we on the map, man.
Interesting.
Let's get this thing popping. You got anything for me, buddy? I got one that everybody's been on all week.
Let's see what you got there.
Let me get the screen going here. I think this is the best one of the week. There we go. Jumper. Kobe. With the theme music.
Disrespectful.
Yo, but the Family Matters theme is perfect. Look at him feeling himself.
Disrespect.
This chump.
It's like, this isn't a game. This is a serious situation. We shooting hoops. Passing out paper towel.
And then the funny thing is, you see as many people out there, right? He only gave out like 10.
He's a clown.
You know what I mean? John, man, get this boy out of here, man. You know what I mean? Got time for this, boy.
Excuse me.
No, you cool, you cool. I got... Oh, no, I don't want to show this one. This one's on the serious side. But, you know, we got to keep it 100, man.
Should have showed the Cam.
The who?
The Cam Newton response.
So this is a cop, man. Look at this boy. So this is a cop with a white guy talking about no. This is crazy. This is what was going on in our world today. Look at him. About to get in the car. Shot him with the taser, and he goes nuts. And the cop is running. Why is the cop running?
Wow.
The cop is running, bro.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Crazy. In America. Yeah, the cop booked. Oh yeah, man. Follow me on Twitter, MoneyPot Podcast, man. You already know. We be putting live bets on there too, B.
Wow. That's the first time I've seen that.
That's the first time you seen that?
First time I've seen it.
Get my man BDiddy up here soon.
And all I can say is wow.
Crazy, right? I mean, but hey, you know, this is the world we live in, man. And I don't, and I don't want to, man. I don't even care.
I'm dead if that's me.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Going the other way.
I'm dead.
It's not even we're not even getting 10 seconds in the video.
I'm dead.
How crazy is that? That's the crazy thing about it.
First of all, it wouldn't have been one cop.
Nah. Right.
That's the
Right.
difference.
Right. But you see him hawk up.
Yo, he just started chasing the cop.
The cop ran though. That's the funny thing about it. Like, why are you running?
Definitely out of pocket.
Crazy. Out of pocket. Alright, so what's up with these birds, man? Let's get in some little Eagles news. Yeah, I mean, we talked about all we could talk about. Let's get into this football, man. Dallas, I feel, is a must-win. Washington is hanging around quietly. G-men are just trash, and they're done.
They stink.
If we win this week, are we in complete control of this division? Let me remind you, 65% of teams
The only reason I say no is we only played 2 divisional games.
Okay.
So
At 4-1 though, I think it's like 65% go to the playoffs. It's crazy.
I will hope so.
Right.
I'm not sure because we still have a stretch where it's some tough games.
Okay.
So
No,
we got to see how, especially this upcoming Thursday, we play the Panthers on a short week.
Right.
They still, I think they got the #1 defense.
Yeah, they still got the #1 defense.
Yeah, so we just I gotta see how we play during like that tough stretch, how everybody come together.
Word.
But I do believe that we're going to win this division without a problem. Dallas isn't who I thought they were. Well, I said from the beginning I don't think Dallas is going to.
Their offensive line is nowhere near as good as I think any. I think
year
that
ago or whatever.
Yeah, the losses they took on that offensive line,
Right.
is hurting them.
It is definitely.
It's hurting
You
them.
can see
more
the
than-
difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, like I said, about 65% go to the playoffs, and when they're 4-1.
Right.
And I personally think our division is kind of trash. I mean, Washington hanging around is kind of interesting and kind of scary.
Right.
At the same time, Dallas has a tough game against the Packers, and we'll talk about that later, in the show. And us going 4-1 could really put us in the driver's seat of this division, and really have us have a stranglehold on the division. I think moving forward. So
yeah, I think it's just a little too early with the 4-1. Be like, yeah, we're definitely.
I mean, it's the same thing that happened kind of last year.
Yeah,
and I don't see us falling off like we did last year.
Yeah, it would have to take something like crazy, but it happens in the league. And then Doug Peterson, we got to see how he start.
We're gonna get in the Dougie. We're gonna get in the Dougie
during that stretch. So we'll see.
So all right, bro. So we're a quarter in the game. We got 3 quarters left. Give me your offensive, not MVP, but somebody offensively who has been killing it quietly, that hasn't gotten any recognition outside of the normal folks.
It's not just one person. I think the last few weeks I'll take the offensive line.
Nice.
I think they've starting to gel together. Kelsey has been playing a lot better this year.
Because he knows he on the chopping block.
It's not even. I think he's just more comfortable with the guys he got. You got to think about it. The last 2 years he had new guards next to him each year.
Right.
And it was rotating guards at one side. On the left side, one got hurt and then another one filled in. So I just think that they're gelling together, and now that they're able to actually go out and pass block and hit somebody, run block and hit somebody, is making a difference in their total overall game.
I think it took them 2 years to figure out that when Wisniewski should be.
Yeah, but they still rotated them last game at times.
Right.
So it's we'll see. I think they figuring out how to use them, and they all playing really good together. Especially last game going against Bosa and the other guy. What's his name? I can't think of his name.
This would be on the I.
Ingram. Yeah. They neither one of them had a sack. There's only one sack given up. So I think the offensive line to me.
Yeah, and I kind of went the same route. I was thinking about Lane Johnson. There was a lot of question marks about Lane Johnson coming in this year, especially with the suspension. His past issues and discrepancy. He could be on the chopping block because his contract is not completely guaranteed and all that. And I just think he's just been an anchor on that right side. Yeah. And even when they switch him, and it's funny, when they switch him, I think he struggles on the left side. I'm not saying he can't do it, but he's so much more dominant on the right side than he is on the left.
I mean, on the right side, you're going to get it's not the best end either. The best end usually plays on the right side.
Right. So I think Lane has been quietly killing. I mean, Peters gets all the respect, and as he should.
I think Lane Johnson, they've been putting him out a lot this year, though. Just the difference in how to line. I think Max Kellerman pointed him out this week on First Take.
Yeah,
he was saying how Lane Johnson.
He's a beast.
Difference.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He ran down the stats on the point differential and everything.
When he's on the field versus absolutely.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Give me one for defense.
There's another one I couldn't single out just one person. I know Kendricks has been playing well.
You talking about the linebackers?
I like the.
Bradham's been quiet though.
Who? Yeah, but
quieter than last year. He was around the field, around the ball a lot last year.
Yeah, I think he's solid though.
He's still a solid player.
I actually was going to point out just the play of the corners, how they just.
Wow, the secondary?
I mean they're
ass, Steve.
Yeah, they are, but you got to look at it. Last game they got torched. They had 200-yard receivers, but at the same time they still keep a lot in front of them. They've struggled a little, but just you got to look at. We got a rookie that's starting that wasn't even going to start at all. Right. But they all playing collectively, and I think what
they're battling.
Patrick Robinson in the slot has helped with Malcolm Jenkins being able to stay back at safety a lot.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean,
and that right there is just making them, like I said, as a team, they're playing better on they got smoked last week, but they didn't give up like crazy big plays. It sounds crazy. They gave up the one 75-yarder to Williams. That was 75% of his yards right there.
Right.
on that one busted play.
And they got torched by the
Yeah,
Giants, too.
Yeah.
Shepard had a long...
Yeah, he had just that one long one, but everything else they didn't give up nothing over 15 yards before that. So I think they've been battling, man. I gotta give them some respect.
I mean, I think they are what we think they are. You know, they're not really a good group, but this front seven makes up for them.
See, they're not a good group. They're playing right now with nobody that was pegged in to start on corner except for Jalen Mills. And with Darby was supposed to be starting, it would have been a lot different.
Right.
But no, I feel you.
So I went Chris Long. I think Chris Long has quietly been an unsung hero on our defensive unit and defensive line. You know, he's second in sacks. He's got a forced fumble.
Right.
But a lot of his, hold on, let me take that back. First of all, you got to shout out the man, especially first Caucasian man to actually stand with somebody who is protesting when he put his arm around Malcolm Jenkins.
Right.
And then to back it up when something happened in his hometown of Charleston, some of the proceeds and the things he's been doing in his hometown to make sure that some of those kids that face that tragedy is, making out okay. So, just being a man about his, you gotta show some respect to that. But all of his plays that he's had, all his sacks, his pressures, his forced fumbles, have been plays where they've been momentum changing plays where they kind of shift, the game towards the Eagles. It hasn't been like, a quiet sack, but it's been a splash play late in the game when we needed it. And, his leadership.
Last week was, I think, in the first quarter, though, the strip fumble.
But that,
Phillip Rivers.
Right, but that was a big play. I mean, it was a splash play. It gave us momentum, and I think we scored off that turnover. You know what I'm saying? So, when we play, we always talked about there's usually about 2 or 3 swing moments of the game.
I'm gonna go back to where I'm pointing out on offense. How we both overlooked the kicker.
I don't think we overlooked the kicker. You take away that one kick, and then what?
He was 4 for 4 last game against the Chargers.
He was. I mean, I'm not overlooking the kicker.
I'm just saying we both.
But what you said before, you're an effing kicker. That's what you do all day.
But look how it affected Tampa yesterday.
It did. No,
I'm sorry. I ain't gonna cut you. It just came like a.
Speaking of that, who was that kicker you were talking about? What was that kicker's name? That Asian kicker.
Oh, something Ho.
Young Ho?
Yeah, Young Ho.
Can you imagine Young Ho in the back of your jersey?
Young Ho Koo.
Yeah, I would buy that jersey, Young Ho, if I saw that jersey.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
That is hilarious, Young Ho.
I couldn't do nothing but laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Young Ho Koo.
Tampa might pick up Young Ho. They need some Young Hoes over there, man. That's hilarious. But nah, man, I'm not dissing the kicker. I think the kicker has been admirable. Even when Caleb comes back, I don't think he gets a job. I think we stick with what we got.
You gotta stick with it.
So,
but yeah, Chris Long has been playing good.
Yeah,
man.
I think he's been playing well.
He's
been a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I told you he had some juice left, man. He got some juice.
Well, hopefully.
And it's. He's not playing a whole lot, so
exactly.
So he's
exactly. And that's another thing too. If you look at his usage versus his production, it's probably top with Graham.
You got to because he's what, 32 years old, something like that, 33.
Word.
So he's up there.
So and another one too, man. You got to give a shout out to the mastermind of it all, man. You there's no way you can't not, man.
Jim Swartz.
Nah, man. I gotta give out to Dougie, man, because a lot of people hate on Dougie. A lot of people, really just talk down on how Dougie does this and Dougie does that. Now, don't get it twisted. Dougie has still some questionable calls, especially with that 4th and 8. Yeah, but he lost his best offensive weapon in Sproles. He lost his best corner in Darby. He is still somewhat, even though we're showing signs, he is still somewhat searching for a run game. His defense gives up big yards. There are cultural issues going on all across the country, and he still has these guys buying in and being a family, building the culture within the team. You know, they're 3-1 right now. You can't tell me that's not coaching, bro. You can't tell me that's not coaching. And he's improved. When's the last time you saw the Eagles have like a 6-minute drive to end that game?
You didn't see it in a while.
You know what I mean? And you haven't seen it in a couple of years. I think the last was Chip Kelly, when Chip Kelly did it one time.
Right.
You know, and we were all wow because he's got a fast offense and he was able to slow it down.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, you got to give it up to Dougie, man. Like, real talk, man. You can't let him. You can't. If they make the playoffs. So let me take this back. If they go just for shits and giggles, if they go 12-4,
okay,
how is he not a Coach of the Year candidate? I don't.
He'll definitely be a Coach of the Year candidate.
I don't see how he's not. With everything, and especially with so much turmoil, you know, a lot of people, a lot of different organizations doing this, all kneeling, all holding hands, do that. I think Eagles are really the only ones that you don't really hear a lot of noise from. You know, Malcolm Jenkins does a lot in his talks and when he does in the community.
The game before last, they all like interlocked. Even with Jeff Lurie came down on the field and was interlocking.
Right.
So I mean that was the one.
That was right after Trump said some dumb shit.
Yeah, when everybody jumped on the bandwagon or whatever. But I mean, I feel like Doug Peterson is Doug Peterson. I'm not ready to give him the Coach of the Year right now. He has a lot of questionable calls that can go either way. So
we gotta get some new theme music for BDiddy.
Yeah, that sounds like
that sounds
Mario
terrible
or something.
BDiddy. We see you connected, bro, but you ain't coming through. There he is.
There you go.
Can't hear him, no. Actually, you know what? That's why. He just go to a room.
You gotta get his headphones.
Oh, we gotta get the headphones.
You had to take a dump.
Yo. BDiddy.
He can't hear us.
He can't hear us?
We can't hear him.
No, we can't hear him. Let me see something here. BDiddy.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it. Yo. Not working.
Access denied.
Ha. All right, so we're gonna work on getting BDiddy up here. Some college football coming up.
We had a couple of good games this weekend too.
Yeah.
I'm in love with Penn State, man.
Yeah, I like Penn State this week too.
They battle, man. I just like the way they play. They've all been, you know, especially from what that program has been through, man. They've been through so much.
Right.
They come back and be ranked number 4 in the country. It's crazy. It's crazy. But they had a pedophile on their hands.
Word. You got me? Can you hear me? You can hear me? But we can't hear you. What's going on? Hold on, buddy.
Got a shirt over there?
He can hear us, but he can't hear him. Alright, that joint up. Damn, bro.
Pump the volume.
I guess we should have did a test call. Dude. You don't got your mute on, do you? No. See, why can't he hear me and I can't hear him? That ain't no good.
He said pick up the phone. Yeah, if you pick it up and then he you could just hear the volume from there. You guys put it on speaker.
Yeah. All right, everybody, thank you for coming back to the show. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but the homie BDiddy did bless us with some picks. Now the stream on YouTube did stop because he actually called in for the folks that's on SoundCloud. So we're just going to do a quick review of his picks to give just to make sure that everybody who's watching the stream, if you bet college, you know what picks that he picked. So for his first lock of the day was Arkansas. He likes the Razorbacks heading, between the hedges of South Carolina. He thinks there's some revenge factor in there with one of the Phillies' own David Williams, I believe his name was from South Carolina that transferred to Arkansas. Arkansas is a -2.5. It looks like. Looks like BDiddy loves that move right there. It's going to be a tough game. Let me see what else we got here. They have the Gamecocks have a weak O-line and run game. The Razorbacks get the job done, up their record to 1-1. He has a prediction score of Arkansas 28, South Carolina 17. Next game is Washington State going down to Eugene to face the Ducks. They have been, the Cougars are 5-0 and haven't been ranked this high at number 11 in 2 decades. Oh man, we got all kinds of background music and commercials. What's going on there, buddy? Let me get back here. The Ducks took a huge setback because Justin Herbert is the heart and soul of the team. He got hurt. He thinks the streak of the Cougars will stay intact. It will be a very high-scoring game. He likes Washington State 54, Oregon 38. Third game, taking it down south. Miami versus Florida State. And this is a game that me and the homie S-Dot really like as well. Florida State just haven't looked the same since their starting QB went down. Their offense just looks out of sync. It doesn't look good at all. The line is a little bit weird. It's just Miami -3, and I'm just assuming that this because these teams always play each other tough.
Yeah.
The Hurricanes defense is only allowing 16 games per game, and they're averaging 40 per game. So I just think it's just going to be too much for Florida State to kind of keep up with. BDiddy says the same. He likes Miami 31, Florida State 16. We got 5 bonus picks. Looking like, let me go back. Who are you buying on those locks? You buying all 3, bro, or you only like 1, 2? I like the 1. I like Miami. I would buy Miami's pick because I know Florida State's offense is trash right now.
I don't know. I wouldn't buy that one. They just play each other so tough. Yeah, right. A lot of them kids played each other through high school and everything. So it's always a battle. With them. Florida State defense is tough.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go with Arkansas.
You like the Arkansas move?
I like the Arkansas move.
Solid. We got 5 bonus picks. We got Penn State -14, Utah +4. What's that? New Mexico? He said.
Yeah,
New Mexico +13, Marshall -15, and Colorado -6.5. All picks from BDiddy. His clip is crazy right now. I think he's clipping at a little over 60-something% on college football. Hopefully we get the homie to the show, friend of the podcast, part of the money team handicappers, man. You know what I mean? This is what we do. College ball, get money. Now we get to what we do. Week 5. Let's just get right into it, bro. I'm itching to get these games on, man.
What?
First game, San Diego versus New York, man.
I'm going with the G-Men in this one.
You going with the G-Men in this one, man?
I think they'll pull it up.
Yeah, I had the G-Man at first as well, man. I kind of kept flipping back and forth. It's just funny. Isn't it funny how Eli and Rivers are just like connected?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ever since the draft.
Swap.
Yeah, ever since the draft and everything. What I got up here?
BDiddy.
So, yeah, and it's just, you know, the one thing that does scare me about picking the Giants is that JPP and Werner are hurting. I don't know if they're going to play.
They both play.
They're both playing?
Yeah,
They're both shooting up?
Yeah.
I mean, they need a win. They both need a win in, you know, the worst part.
Someone's going to come away.
Right. But for some reason, San Diego always plays games tough. They lost 3 games this year by a total of 8 points. So I'm going to go with the points. I took San Diego in this game.
Nice.
Next game. Oh, let me turn that thing up, boy. Wake up. That's 11 o'clock, man. We just getting started. Buffalo and Cincy. I love Cincy in this spot, bro. I love Cincy in this spot, man. A lot of people are overvaluing, I think, Buffalo right here. Now, don't get it twisted. They have played a lot of teams tough, and they've beaten a lot of good teams. But they are undefeated right now against the spread. I think they're 4-0 against the spread. I think that slows down here. I think Cincy gets the win. That little Cleveland win is all a little boost of confidence to get things rolling. I think they're obviously a much better team than their record shows. Give me Cincy, lock it in.
Yeah, I like Cincy as well. I got them down for the win.
Next game. The Jets
Got up to the Jets
versus Cleveland.
Absolutely. This one is crazy because you want to go with the Jets because they've been playing pretty good, to be honest.
Right.
But I think that this is one of the games where Cleveland can win. It's just horrible.
Yeah, I got Cleveland winning.
Yeah.
Garrett's coming back. I forget, what's the big Hawaiian boy? Danny Shelton, I think it is.
The
The
D
D tackle. Yeah, he's coming back. I think you know, they're obviously the Jets' strength is to run the ball. You know, Cleveland's getting that little defensive line stronger. You know, obviously they're going to be hyped because Garrett's back. You know, and not even that. I think they're just going to be hyped because they know this is a game they can win.
Right.
So I like that pick, man. Give me Cleveland.
Nice. I'm gonna go with the Jets though.
After all that.
Yeah, they're just bad, both of them.
Right.
I don't know who to pick, but I'm gonna ride with the Jets because
All right.
they ride high.
Okay, you can take that. Next game. Woo! 2 out of the first 4, man. I'm giving y'all locks early. Early. The Jags versus Pittsburgh. I know who yours is. Ooh, that's what I'm saying, Steve. This is why this is my guy.
Pittsburgh all
All day. All day, bro.
Crazy because I have them as a lock as well.
They are a lock. They are a lock at home.
They're rolling right now. They're gonna start. I think they're gonna start rolling.
Yeah, they might start rolling. So the Jags obviously have a great defense. We all know that they have a great defense, right? But people forget they gave up like 150 yards rushing, which is crazy. And of course, you know, there's Le'Veon Bell on the other side of the ball.
Absolutely. And Big Ben and Antonio.
And then, you know, everybody thinks, well, that, you know, was it Ramsey?
Yeah, Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey's going to stick AB. Negative. You know, he's one of those receivers that really just, there's no corner who can stick him really one-on-one.
True.
And I wrote this little stat down because there's always been so much talk about his home splits. Big Ben at home has 17 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. I'm sorry. 62 touchdowns to 20 interceptions. He's 17-5 at home versus 15-10 away, and then versus 24 touchdowns to versus 23 interceptions. Oh, yeah. Give me Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah, I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Give me Pittsburgh all day. Next game. Tennessee versus Miami. I kept this short and sweet.
I'm going Miami with this one.
Yeah, I went Miami too. It really pretty much this. If Mariota doesn't play, I like Miami. If Mariota plays, I kind of like Tennessee.
Cool.
I mean, it's really where it comes down to. Next game. Yeah, man, there's a lot of dookie games this week, man. With dookie quarterbacks, man.
I guess she going to San Fran.
Yeah. San Fran and the Colts, man. Y'all might hear this sound a lot today, man.
I'm going San Fran.
Damn, a ripper.
Yeah, let it rip.
I like what I saw from Brissett last game against Seattle. I mean, he hung in there for the most part as much as he could. San Fran does tend to kind of hang around. Indy has given up. It was interesting. Indy has given up 28 points in all but one game. I like the over here. I think the over is a quiet play here. There's an over of 44.5. I can see a, right around there, 24, 20, weird, 26, 22 game or something crazy like that. I like the over here.
Nice. I'm taking San Fran.
Yeah, solid. Next game.
Here we go.
Man, that's 3. Money. This is what I do, man. And our first thing, I want to apologize to every Eagle fan out there. Never again will I put a lock out there against my Birds. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Actually, that was a lie. Because if it's money on the line and I feel like the other team's going to win, I'm sorry. You come here to get the locks. You come here to let me tell you where to bet, where to get money. And if the Eagles going to lose and you're going to win some money, guess what? Bet them. Arizona versus the Birds, bro.
I'm going Eagles all day.
I got Eagles as a lock, man. I think a lot of people think it's a letdown game.
I'm going to tell you what I had as my locks. I had the Dolphins, Pittsburgh, and the Eagles.
And the Eagles? I like those locks, bro. You might go 3-0 there, buddy.
Yeah.
I like the Eagles this game a lot. I think Arizona is really just a bad team.
Yeah.
Their offensive line, I think Carson Palmer's been sacked at least 15 times already. I think our D-line can really control this game. Larry is scary because he's an Eagle killer.
Absolutely.
But he's not Larry anymore. He really isn't.
He's still playing like Larry.
He's not playing like Larry.
He
had one Larry game.
He's in the game before. He's making Larry plays.
He's making Larry plays, but he's not putting up Larry numbers.
But see, what scares me in this game is the other receivers that's fast. They got both Browns.
Oh, Browns.
Yeah, both of them fast. They got another kid that ran like 4.2.
Yeah, but they got to give him the ball first. Palmer's got to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, our corner is not equipped for speed receivers.
Oh, of course not. Our corner's not equipped for NFL
So
receivers.
That's just the difference.
I mean, that's the truth. Our corners suck. Next game. Give me the Birds.
Definitely.
Cardinals versus Detroit. This is a tough one, I thought.
You just said the Cardinals versus
I'm sorry. Carolina versus Detroit.
I went with Detroit.
You went Detroit?
I went Detroit this time.
Yeah, that's hard, man. I thought this was a tough one. There's a lot of distractions with Cam, I think. But I think that's what motivates him. That's the thing, too. I think, like, the distractions, the doubters, people talking bad on. I think they've been here before.
Right.
They've been here before. So, Carolina still has the best defense in the league right now, statistically. You know what I mean?
I can see Matt Stafford just tagging them up.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But I mean, I just like Carolina with the points with that defense. I think they keep it close. Detroit hasn't blown anybody out yet.
Right.
So
That's true.
I like to keep this close. Next game. This is a tough one. Seattle versus the Rams.
I'm going Seahawks. I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one. I think the Seahawks, they're starting to... It's always funny how Russell Westbrook starts to heat up as the season goes on.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook does heat up during the football season.
Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, he owed me that one. I just got him. So yeah,
I gave it to you,
yeah,
bro. You got sinus infections and shit over there.
Russell Wilson, man, he starts to heat up. I like how he plays as the season goes on.
This is a tough call because we still don't know if the Rams are for real or not. And even if they beat
the Rams are for real.
Even if they beat Seattle, Seattle is not Seattle.
But see, the thing about it, they always play Seattle tough.
Always plays, yeah.
Always.
And I think they beat them last year, if I'm not mistaken.
They did.
So, I really want to wait on this line. I want to see if it gets even higher. I hope if it gets higher, I like Seattle.
Okay.
But if it stays around like a pick,
Yeah.
then I like the Rams. I like the Rams just to win the game.
Cool.
Next game. Baltimore versus Oakland.
I'm gonna take Baltimore in this one. I'm not sure how EJ Manuel is gonna play as the starter.
Trash game. Bumbo. I mean, it's EJ Manuel versus Joe Flacco. Who gets hype about that one? I think a lot of people won't bet Baltimore. I have no reason why, but I just said Oakland as the home dog. I just took the points.
Okay.
I don't know why. Just a gut call.
Makes sense.
Good game coming up. Green Bay versus the Cowboys.
Give me Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Rod.
Give me Aaron. And they the dogs. Give me Aaron.
Yeah, I think it's another tough game. But I'm with you. I'm going with the guy with the golden arm. Not sure if Dak can score with Rodgers, even though I looked at some stats, and they have lost by double-digit points before. In the last, I think it was 2015 they lost like 30-14. But that secondary is trash.
Yeah.
And I know that Adams is hurt, but I mean, as long as you got Jordy out there, like I'm cool with that. And Rodgers' TD versus interception versus Dallas, 13 touchdowns to 2 picks.
Yeah.
Give me that all day.
Give me Aaron.
Yeah, give me that all day. Give me that all day. Another good game. KC versus Houston.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one, man. But I think KC comes out on top.
Good pick, Steve.
They're a more complete team.
Good call. I like that. Man, I think this is the first week we kind of hit
a
lot of picks.
Yeah.
A lot of picks. I think KC's the only undefeated team, and then Watson, obviously had an unreal game with 5 total touchdowns last game, and a lot of people are going to be on the rookie. That defense is obviously still serious. KC has some offensive line issues, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Houston wins. But here's the distinction I think that I got. Here's a funny stat. Andy Reid hasn't lost to the Houston Texans ever in his career. I think he's like 5-0.
He won't lose on Sunday.
And I know everything says Houston, but I'm just going with the vet. I'm going with the vet coach and the vet quarterback.
Nice.
He's still a rookie. Let's not serenade him the great thing yet. And then he's not going to come back. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but his game is not going to have 300-something plus yards passing and 5 total touchdowns. I think he comes back to earth.
Okay.
Against a good defense. Minnesota versus the Bears in Monday Night Football. Trubisky gets the start.
I'm gonna go Minnesota, buddy.
Yeah, Minnesota. I like that call too. I pretty much broke it like this in the scenario. If Bradford plays, I like Minnesota. If Bradford doesn't play, I like Minnesota. A rookie quarterback.
Good choice.
Yeah, a rookie quarterback against that defense, man.
On Monday night.
I like the Vikes. Prime time. Give me Minnesota. So, this concludes the show, man. We had a lot of good picks, man. The homie BDiddy kind of came on here.
Oh.
Whoa.
You forgot the fantasies.
Oh, no. I'm getting there, buddy. I was just kind of...
This concludes the show.
Yeah, this concludes the show. Shout out to the homie BDiddy for joining us for college football. Make sure you come check us out on the website, www.MoneyPot Podcast. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Ask us questions. Send us an email, moneypotpodcast@gmail.com, at MoneyPot Podcast on Twitter, on Facebook. We are everywhere. We're here just to give back to y'all, give to the people. And everything we talk about and everything we lock, we bet ourselves, man. Best believe that.
Shout out to the homie Tie-Dye Tony.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget that guy with the intro. Crazy. So we got some, we always end the show with some DFS plays, man. What you got for me, bro? You usually pretty hot on these things.
Running backs. I got 2. kept it short this week. I'm going to go Joe Mixon and Latavius Murray. Wide receivers, Pierre Garçon, T.Y. Hilton, and Stephon Diggs.
Give me Hilton, man. I need Hilton to show up. I'm 1-3.
Yeah, you struggling bad.
Oh, chill out.
Quarterbacks, I'm going Matt Stafford, Eli, and tight ends, I'm going Charles Clay and Hunter Henry.
Solid. So I actually went on the higher end because I think this week in DFS, everybody's going to be scared away of people who cost a lot. So I love Ben. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love Bell. I love Carlos Hyde. I love Jordy. I think Martavius Bryant has a quiet, good game. You know, here's a sleeper. And I hope he plays out because I'm going to throw it in your face. Every time this guy does something, throw it in your face. Shout out to my homie Nelson Aguilar, man. Watch out for Nelson Aguilar in this game. I think he could sneak in and get 70, 80 yards and maybe a touch. Peterson locks up on Jeffrey. They might bracket and have... Yo, man, you can't just have tissues in your nose while we're live, yo.
I'm sure y'all understand. If any of y'all have sinus issues, and
I'm pretty sure they do. They ain't mad at you. It's 11 o'clock at night.
Absolutely.
Who's that? Honey Badger over the top. Make sure Torrey Smith, and then or you put the Honey Badger on Ertz. That leaves Aguilar 1-on-1 with somebody. Hopefully he can win that battle. So we'll see. Jason Witten, Antonio Gates, and defenses. Look out for the Panthers, and don't sleep on the Steelers, man. Don't sleep on the Steelers, man. I think that's a stream pick right there. There's still Blake Bortles.
The Jags,
There's still Blake Bortles at the end of the day.
They just gotta stop the run.
Word. So y'all, this concludes the show, man. I want to thank y'all for coming. Always for the support. We out of here.
Come on, man. Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
Dog, fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Side-dog, nigga.
MoneyPot, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell that. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co headlines.
Money.